And welcome everybody to a phenomenal matchup here this evening. We got Austin Burners versus Denver Raptors. I am SirDimwi, joined by the one and only, the legendary SputnikKobra, and of course we got Newton Dad on the camera. Sput, this matchup, have I told you what's at stake here? Have I let you in on the contest ahead of us? Have I kind of given you the context here?
I've got no idea.
The context here, Sputnik, my friend. Austin Burners need a victory to stay in the top three. Denver Raptors need a victory to stave off relegation. Now, there's no guarantee if the Denver Raptors lose here, there's no guarantee they'll end up relegated. There's no guarantee they'll end up in the Challenger Cup. But a victory here will prevent that from happening, probably. So that's kind of what's at stake here. Both these teams have something to fight for, as has been noted throughout the season that the top four spots of the cycle and master tier are playing for prizes. What those prizes are exactly, I'm not certain, but that was a decision made in the offseason there, Sput. So something, kind of everything's on the table here for both these teams. Because this is week 5 of this cycle. This is the last game both these teams are going to be playing. Then they have effectively almost 2 weeks off since, presuming they're not in the Challenger Cup, but even then, it being Monday, they've got until the next Monday and then the Monday after that before new matches are generated.
Absolutely. I just feel like I have to say that, I'm excited to see how these teams play. I know that there's a lot, behind these games. Although I really don't understand how much. I'm trying to I tried to follow you, right? It just I couldn't keep up. I couldn't keep up. But
so the Austin Burners, basically, if they want to stay in the top 3 there, they got to get a victory here. If they lose here, there's a chance they'll fall to 4th place.
see, that makes it a lot easier for me. I need the short form. It's easier to digest. But yeah, so these teams want to stay out of the relegation. They want to stay in Master, and this is going to be a hot match. It's going to be fiery, and it's going to be a lot of energy, and I cannot wait to see how it plays out.
Yeah, I do expect quite the matchup here. Despite the Denver Raptors 2-6 record, this is a team that can take rounds off of just about anybody at a moment's notice. This is a team that is not you cannot count them out. This is previously known as Synapse, previously known as Infinite, and then previously known as Synapse prior to that. They've been around since preseason. They've been around as long as anybody. As long as the players they're playing against here, all these players in this game, I'm pretty sure all of them around since the days of the Rift, of the exclusive, the exclusivity of the Rift, back before the Quest. So long-time players who've been in the community forever, and that's players that have been playing together forever. Not just on teams together, but even just cross-play there. The privates over time, the pub matches you happen to get into with other folks. You know what I mean? It's that sort of familiarity where that's why you can find these teams playing against each other. Either one of them could take a round, could take a game off of the other at any moment.
So, I know we're not supposed to ask this, right? Who do you want to see win?
Honestly, I'm a big fan of the Austin Burners, but I might be rooting for the Denver Raptors a little bit just because I know that feeling, that desperation of not wanting to end up in relegation cannot be a fun feeling, and a victory here would make it so they don't have to feel that anymore.
Well, that's probably one of the best answers that I could have asked for. And with that, the neutral joust is underway, and it will be won by no one actually just going to the side of the wall. It will be picked up by Denver Raptors. Zuck's getting a hand on it. That will be now in the bubble, and a nice clear coming through, but actually going to be picked up by Zucks as they try and start this offense outside the bubble.
That's some really nice disc movement there from the Raptors to kick us off in this first round. I mean, maintaining possession here. They had to reset that one, pull the defense all the way out. They've got some room there. Palace behind the goal there to Andy, taking a shot at the wall with a big stop. And then Mozzie with that recovery, looking to send it out, does get it to the two, but not out. Caught in that far side trap, where will be recovered by Zach W, sending it back in, looking to get it across the Zucks. Does get it across the Zucks. He sends that one into the hands of Palace. Palace does not take the shot, over to Zach. Zach, stop there. Mozzie with the clear.
Some great defense there from the Burners, and they have 4 forward players. There come the Denver Raptors. They're now in the bubble. They're trying to contest this offense, but not enough. You can see Mozzie able to juke out that one player from the Raptors on the floor and make that strike from below goal, but we saw the Austin Burners, or I had the pleasure of watching you and I believe Luke casting the Austin Burners versus Ignite. And that was yesterday, the day before in venues, and what an excellent match that was. And let's see if the Austin Burners can bring that energy into this matchup.
Yeah, it was Saturday at 8 o'clock East. We did that game, and that was a ridiculous game. But now Andy down to Zucks. Zucks back up to Palace, off the mark. Although Chrome has it, gets stopped there by Zach. That one's down to 4. Nice chain to get that one slapped away there. This one is all the way down into the Denver Raptor zone. That's a good chain to pick it up. Goal is empty. Stopping up, block shot. The Law hits it for the 3. Austin Burners have taken a 5-point lead here in the first 2 minutes of this first round.
Excellent shot from the Law, just able to skim the bottom. Actually, well, not really touching it, but really just slicing under that shield and into the goal. So an excellently placed shot from the Law. So just 2 minutes off the clock. Possession now back to the Raptors. Raptors are looking at a 2-possession disadvantage. They're going to run this stack, try and get forward possession. They will be able to find it at the floor, but can they find the pass opportunities in the bubble? As Palace will send it for that cut, and that's 2 points. Andy's going to finish that off, so they're on the board. Just over 2 minutes off the clock.
Nice setup there. Nice setup. Palace to Andy. That's exactly what you need to be doing against this Austin Burners defense. I mean, Austin Burners are in 3rd place for a reason. They are there for a reason, and it's because they play both sides of the arena competently at the top level, not a top level, the top level. As this one, this pass into this near side too is going to be off, picked up there by Palace. Palace looking at punish, lock, shuttle. That one was close off of the top corner of the goal there. Now down to the floor where it will be recovered by Chrome, who's stuck by Palace. They've got a 2v2 here moving in, crossing up is Andy. Andy takes the shot, hits it. Look at that, Denver Raptors will punish on that one. 3 minutes in, they're back within one.
So the Raptors able to capitalize off that initial joust advantage error on that first initial pass to right tube from the Austin Burners. Palace not able to hit that long three. They really could have used that, but they were able to put 2 on the board, keeping it within a 1-point game.
And now the Law handling this one here for Austin Burners again. And then again, they're going to get stopped up here at mid as Andy picks that one up over to Palace. So a little bit high. Palace going to be able to recover that one on a fortunate bounce. Jiggy puts Palace in pressure. Oh, goalie came out. There was a shot there from Andy, but it's off of the mark and now picked up by the Law. Far side is looking to get this one cleared. Does get it cleared. This one's going to be all the way down, caught in near side trap. And Mozzie will recover it here. Lock shot, empty goal, wide and wide again, and down to the floor with 2v1 though, as that defense is just getting in. Good stun there to stop them up. Denver Raptors back in possession.
So fortunately for the Raptors, that long shot would be a miss. It's now a challenge at mid. Burners will come away with it. And an interception from a pass attempt, maybe a clear attempt from the Law. Another chase down for it in the bubble of the Austin Burners, almost off the backboard. That could have been close. Now in the hands of Zuck. Zuck sending that to shield Zach, able to pull out that goalie just a little bit, find that angle. Now a 1-point lead to the Raptors. So the Raptors really able to turn it around. They'd be down by 5 points for the first 2 minutes. And I feel like these past 2 minutes have just traveled by so quickly. So now Raptors have this 1-point lead. And as we approach this halftime mark, it's now the Burners with a disadvantage. And a nice interception coming through there in a long shot attempt. Palace is going to hit that at 23 meters. Now the Raptors are finding some momentum.
Yes, momentum indeed. Going up 9-5 here. You know what's interesting? Spot. I almost called you Palace. You know what's interesting? Spot. Sorry. Austin Burners took a 5-0 lead. It has been nothing but the Denver Raptors here. 9 unanswered points here from the Denver Raptors as once again, Austin Burners getting stopped up there. Mid disc is loose. Who's going to get there first? Andy versus Jiggy. Andy gets the boost there. He's going to get it picked up near side wall. Raptors are back in possession once again as we are just over that halfway mark of this first round. And who is that? Palace backing this one up, going to force the defense to come out to play it. Chrome comes out to challenge. Palace and Chrome on the back line as that one's across to Zach. Zach sending this one into Andy. Andy wants to bring that one in. No, goes back to Zach. Although Zach having to track that one down isn't going to be able to make a play on this one. It will be Jiggy instead with the clear.
Jiggy able to grab onto Zach and find possession. This is now the Burners' chance. They have an open goal opportunity, but a beautiful stop from Palace. Palace able to get back into the bubble, close that angle down, make that stop. It's now bouncing around mid. Denver Raptors coming through. They have this open goal opportunity, but that one's going to be right into the hands of the Law. So you can see excellent positioning, excellent recovery from both of these teams on defense. As this open goal opportunity, another one. That one's not going to be stopped by the defense. Mozzie able to hit it at 10 meters. So now a 1-point game, and this is swinging back and forth. You see 2 long 3 opportunities being shut down by a defense, and the Raptors recognizing that open goal, but Mozzie, with just a little time, hits that long 3.
Yeah, and that was two players were way too spread out at that point. No clean chains getting together. That was just a quick boost that got that one defender back who almost got the stop on it. So that was very interesting. That it almost like the two teams had tired each other out, and it kind of came down to whoever was in possession at that moment. It sucks. What a setup! What a stop! Chrome with a big clear there, a big read all the way down into the bubble. That one's very near the goal, but not quite in. Uncontested though is Mozzie. Empty goal's got to get another one in there for the 3. That is Mozzie getting 2 threes in a row here. And just like that, Austin Burners go from being down 9-5 after 9 unanswered points are now up 11-9.
So this is swinging back and forth. You see this momentum going back and forth. You see these open goal opportunities. So it must be a very aggressive defensive strategy from both of these teams, but the Raptors just getting caught out of position, allowing these open 3 opportunities. The Raptors will send that down court, and it will be taken by Andy. Andy trying to send that in. Jiggy putting his hand in the right place at the right time, making an excellent save, stopping that bottom pocket shot. But it will bounce off the Geo into the hands of the Burners. So the Burners will send that through mid, and these stacks will look to form. And a lot of stuns coming through. Jiggy with that forward positional advantage. They may be able to get to it in time. They have an open goal opportunity. They're trying to find the angle, and that one's going to ding. Very slim margin for error. Is not able to sink that one in the goal.
You know what has to be frustrating for the Denver Raptors right now is every single one of the stops here from the Austin Burners. They're not happening at mid. They're not even happening around the bubble. They're happening at the goal. As Andy W opportunity on another stop there again, right in front of the goal. Every single one of these burner stops, the Denver Raptors are getting it to the goal, and the Burners are shutting them down right there in front of the goal plane. Oh, the big opportunity here, Mozzie. Oh, gets a big stuff, brings that one in for the 2, and Austin Burners are up by 4.
So we are approaching the 2-minute mark. I think we should call something for the 2-minute mark, although we're not running 15-minute rounds or quarters. But we saw in 2 minutes, we saw the Raptors able to rally back and put 5 points on the board, put 6 points on the board. Can they do that again? So as they roll out, Zach will have possession. Not able to find that pass through. Zucks will get a slap on it down towards the Burners' bubble. But the Burners, once again, able to outmaneuver this offense and defense of the Raptors. So with possession now is Jiggy. Jiggy setting that one forward, and that one will bounce off the tube and down towards the bubble. And a turnover, but that stun out will come through. So Mozzie now with possession. They're looking to extend this lead.
So Chrome's going to go ahead and reset that one there to the Law at mid. The Law pulls the defense out, going back to Chrome. Chrome going to go back to the Law again. As once again trying to draw that defender out. Oh, Andy with a big stop is going to chuck this one in. Is he going to get the good bounce on just wide of the goal? Otherwise, it was on. It was just a little bit wide. Had he gotten it straight, it would have been in there. Andy is going to get it back all the way back at mid. Somehow gets this one up to Zach. Zach bringing it in. Zach hits it left side corner pocket. We'll get it in for the 2, and Denver Raptors finally finding themselves with another goal here. It took them a little while. It was 8 unanswered points there from the Austin Burners, which put them up 13-9. But now Denver Raptors climbing back up, back within 2 here, but less than about 35 seconds here.
It's enough time to come back. It's enough time to tie up this game, even get that 3 that would put them in the lead to take this round. But that one's to be.
Oh.
That's it. That's it. First round is going to go to the Burners. 4-point advantage. Not enough time. Raptors weren't able to make a turnover happen. Weren't able to put points on the board. So we will be going into a second round with the Burners having this advantage of a 1-round win.
Yeah, that was a nice little ice there from the Austin Burners as we count down to the end of this round here. Denver Raptors maybe looking to get one more to cap it, something to build off of to go into the next round. A big setup here. Ooh, they almost get it in the last second. Not quite going to happen. So Austin Burners will ultimately take round 1, 15-11. But what a round there. That was quite the back and forth, although notable. Mozzie there with 12 points in this round is absolutely nutty. Also want to point out, possession. You see this possession time spot? 323 to 225, basically 330 to 230 in favor of the Denver Raptors. Also, shots taken and even 11-11. This one, I don't believe it. We can actually look at the numbers here and say this one absolutely. You remember, Spot? You remember what I was saying a minute ago about how the Denver Raptors have to be aggravated over the fact that the Austin Burners, every one of their defensive stops is happening around the goal. This game comes down to 2 saves. This game, a 4-point split. That is 2 saves. Look at the saves on the board. 6-4 in favor of Austin Burners.
Well, we would see some excellent saves from the Burners. Jiggy would have that excellent stop from behind the goal. I believe at 5 meters behind the goal at the most. Excellent stop, saving that shot into the bottom pocket. And then we saw 2 long 3 attempts from both teams. I believe that Chrome would get back and stop a long 3 attempt from the tube. So just really excellent movement, maneuvering, and positioning from the Burners to allow them to get this victory in the first round. Let's see what they can do in the second round. Let's see if Raptors can force a third round.
So I do see someone in the chat saying those aren't the right stats. Yeah, the ones you're seeing aren't, but the ones I was looking at were. The stats I was reading from, 11-11 shots, 330 to 230 possession in favor of Denver Raptors. Those are accurate stats in this game. It's a quick turnover there. Denver Raptors are going to get this one off of the joust after Austin Burners get there first. They're looking at a 2v2. Pallets across to Andy, and they hit it there 10 seconds in. Denver Raptors have found themselves on the board.
But let's see if they can continue this momentum. We saw that they would wrestle control of the first round from the Austin Burners, find a 1-point lead, and then lose it, and continue to not find their footing in the second half of the first round. So let's see if they can maintain that strength, they maintain their positioning, composure, and take this second round.
A nice play through mid there. Get that one up to Chrome all the way up, and look at that. They're right through mid as they go for the reset there. The Law on the back line Pulling Zach out. The Law trying to get that one over to Jiggy. Jiggy was not out of stun yet, and a good slap there. Far side is going to send this one back into the Austin Burner zone. The Law trying to track it down. I don't see a blue chain coming in. Blue chain just now getting it. Somehow Zuck's coming away with it, but Mozzie gets a good stuff there on the far side and gets that one by the defense. Good stack after this one. Oh, they both stop up there at the left side boot. The Andy W is going to ultimately get their first, send it back out to mid, and it will get through mid once again. Nice stack there. Palace with the Palace sending this one in. It's going to be quite high. Although near the goal, stunned out there in the bubble was Zach, although a big stun there on Mozzie, although G with the recovery up to the Law, who's going to send that one out, and it's turned over again.
So another long 3 attempt from the Austin Burners. We would see the Denver Raptors be able to recover, shut off that angle on that direct shot from the tube. So the Raptors now with possession, approaching this bubble behind the goal, and that one's going to go through. So Zach's going to be able to put that one in. I don't know if that went off the head of the goalie. I saw a little bit of a deflection. I don't know what you saw, but nonetheless, the Raptors going to come away with 2 points.
I think it was just a little rubber banding through the plane there. I don't think any contact was made with a player or, I mean, kind of it dinged a little bit on the way in, but no, I think it was a clean dunk. I think his hand just traveled through a little bit before the game actually registered, or the server registered it. I think that's all we saw there. Nothing extracurricular as Chrome over to Jiggy here on the near side trap. Austin Burners really want to answer here as they are currently down by 4. There's still plenty of time, only 2 minutes off of the clock. As the Law handles that one on the back line, sending this one up to Jiggy. Jiggy sending that one into Mozzie. Mozzie bringing it in. Oh, gonna get stopped up right at the goal. There are way too many blue players there. Denver Raptors, phenomenally talented in the bubble with that bubble defense, as this one is going to make its way down to the Austin Burner zone once again.
So as this offense comes forward, you now have 3-1 advantage. Now a 3-3, but it's not there in time. That defense is not there. Zucks is going to be able to take that 3-meter shot from behind and above the goal. You can see the Burners fighting to get back into that bubble to provide some type of support for that goalie, but able to make quick work of that defense would be the Raptors. So now a 6-point lead. 3 minutes off the clock. We saw that the Burners were able to come back in the first round. This is still anyone's game as the Burners now will send that forward. Mozzie looking at one-on-one, and he's going to take that in at 6 meters. That's what they need right now. They need a little bit of momentum. They'll take the 2 points, and let's see what's going to happen.
I've got a question. I've got a question that's not directly related to this VRML game.
All right.
Could they? So you see how like when they score, because that was a beautiful goal there from Ozzy, and you see how kind of like we saw it once again, kind of goes through the goal before like it's in the goal. You know what I mean? What if they added a net effect that like it's supposed to happen that way, and like the net is, you know what I mean, like expanding a little bit, receiving the shot. Right? Wouldn't that be cool? Anyways, sorry. Zach W.
No, I want to talk more about that. I think that would be cool, but, you know, at least it would give some type of, like, I guess, meaning to the, I don't know, it would, I don't know. I got no ideas, but I think you have a great idea, and that one will be through. That one might be into the goal, but it will be by the Burners, so the Burners are now within 2. We got caught up on that net idea, that digital net. I feel like I just described the internet, but nonetheless, that's 2 points to the Burners. Only a 2-point game.
Yeah, nice opportunity there from the Austin Burners. That was a very fortunate bounce that Mozzie is able to capitalize on. So Mozzie is pushing up his points total, continuing to in this game. There's Austin Burners back in possession. That one turns over. Mozzie has it again. Does not have the lane though. Looking to send them across. No, that chain got together to stop that one up. But they're looking at a 3v3, 4v3 here as they press in. Big setup there. Oh, going for the one more pass, but Mozzie not able to handle that one. Right at the goal, Zucks gets that one turned over and cleared out. Good defensive chain here from Burners. Actually, they're just going to retreat back to the bubble there. Palace sending us within. Opportunity. Zach 1v1 gets it in for the 2. And Denver Raptors are going to push up by 4.
Look at the reflexes. I don't know if that was an intentional pass. You know, that's a crazy angle, right? So we're going to assume that wasn't an intentional pass, but Zach able to read that bounce off the wall perfectly into their hand. Palace sending that pass. 2 points for the Burners. Excellent play from the 2 points for the Raptors. Excellent play for the Raptors. So we're halfway through this second round. Now possession will be the Law. Not under pressure just yet. So maybe the Raptors are playing a little bit more conservatively. They're playing with more of a contain defense. That one will go up to the ceiling. Mozzie looking for a pass opportunity. Doesn't have anything. The bubble sends it back, creating some type of opening on this defense. But that pass is going to be off. That's going to be a turnover, and Zucks with the clear.
This one is going to be all the way down into the Austin Burner zone. Picked up here by Andy W. Gets it in for the 2. And the Denver Raptors are really starting to push ahead with this one, although still only up by 2 goals. That's 3 points, or excuse me, 6 points, but that is 2 goals, 2 threes that Austin Burners could score. That we saw it last round. We saw Mozzie score 2 long threes in a row to put Austin Burners up. I believe in that situation they were up 11-8. But still, so Denver Raptors with a significant lead here, still not out of the woods. They still have to maintain. They not only have to maintain the lead, they have to continue to push this one up. They have to continue scoring here if they want to push this to a third round, as the Austin Burners are looking to press in here on this blue bubble, bringing it in. One more, no, not one more pass. Mozzie just brings it in, hits it for the 2. Austin Burners back to the 4.
And he hits that one at 3 meters at 18 meters a second, so that's pretty much unstoppable. So they're keeping it within distance, but they need to strike. They need to find some threes. They need to create some turnovers on this Raptors offense. 3 minutes, 30 seconds on the clock, more than enough time. I feel like that's the story we've been saying with these teams, that there's more than enough time. And there we go. We see Jiggy get a stun out, but he'll get stun out himself. That one will be sent through mid. That's going to be bouncing outside the bubble, looking to recover. Might have been the goalie, but he'll opt to go back. Nice slap pass back to the Law. The Law will send that one forward. So this is a chance for the Burners. They just have to beat that stack, but the Raptors will slap it out of the bubble.
That was gnarly, but Mozzie in the right place, right time. Going to go ahead and send that one up over to the Law. He's going to back that one out to Jiggy here, as we're going to look to pull that defense out of the bubble here. But the Raptors certainly having one of the better bubble defenses you're going to find in the league. As a big, is that a shot attempt? I think that was a trick shot attempt, as Zux is going to get that one picked up and sent out through the near side tube. We're going to have a stack race for it. Orange is overshooting. We've got a proper 2v2. Actually, Zach is going to pull up here, as they have one more coming in. Zux is making its way in. That stack gets together. He sends it in. Andy going to get stunned out by that stack as it came in. And that one's cleared out once again.
And you see this Austin Burners offense trying to recover. They have 4 players up as the Denver Raptors finally get back at full strength, but it will be a stun out. That will be another clear through. The stack will have it, and they're about off the backboard. Palace finding that inner backboard. Maybe a little bit of geometry. Gonna find that one in the goal. That's 2 more points. Now they have double the score. 2 minutes approaching. They can keep this distance. They're gonna be forcing a third round, but that's only 2 3-pointers.
Yeah, I mean, still within 2 goals here as the Austin Burners. Denver Raptors have maintained this lead, but they've only maintained it. They haven't been able to run away with it, which is, I mean, but a lead is a lead. Of course, Zach W is going to get that one turned over. They're the clear, not out. They get a stack trying to attack the Law. Not able to get that one back. Those Mozzie now moving in. Looking at a 1v several as the goalie is stunned out momentarily, though Mozzie taking a little bit too much time. Goalie will be back here. Mozzie going to go ahead and send that one back there to the Law. The Law looking to send it. Oh, my goodness.
That's the 3-pointer. That's what they needed. I might be peeking just a little bit, Dimwee, but that's perfect reading of the defense. That's absolutely phenomenal reading. They find that angle. You have no time to spare. You recognize that excellent decision-making, excellent placement by the Law.
Yeah, and that was goalie. I don't know how the goalie got pulled out, but goalie got pulled just completely out of the goal there. Oh, big stop there. Chrome has it. Goal is open. Doesn't have the lane. He's going to stop up here and go and reset it. Wise decision there from Chrome. Is you could see he saw he could see like visions of the lane, but the lane never quite opened up for him. So they stopped it up here. Going to go for some more short points. The Mozzie, oh goodness gracious, Chrome is able to pick that one up as there was a stop there. Mozzie went for a quite the gnarly little shoulder anchor shot inverted on the right side here, coming from the Austin Burners side, but it was stopped, and the Chrome is right there able to get it in. They're back within 1, but only 30 seconds to go here in the second round.
The Raptors have to get possession. They have to get rid of it. They have to burn out the clock. They just cannot turn it over. And with it at mid, that will now be in the hands of the Burners. That will be a back pass all the way to the bubble. The Law's going to send that one through, and a nice slap through. But is that in? That will be off the backboard. That would have been a phenomenal shot. 15 seconds on the clock. Burners will overshoot it. The Raptors will lose it. They'll be able to grab it. Andy with the clear. That might be it. That might be the icing on the cake. We're going to be seeing a third round.
I do believe so. Zach is going to go for one more shot there. Ooh, not quite in. But we do count down to the end of the round here. Zux is just going to send that one back. And the Denver Raptors are going to take round 2 here. We will be going to round 3. Both of these teams holding on to this one. The Denver Raptors narrowly holding on in the second round. But what a second round it was. I'll pull up these stats once again to kind of get another look here. Shots taken 20-17 in favor of the Austin Burners here. So still about equal, but it was 11-11. So you got 9 shots for the Austin Burners there in that second round, and then 6 shots there from the Denver Raptors in the second round. That is notable. Especially, look at the saves. Look at the saves, 9-6. Denver Raptors went absolutely nuts in the goal there. Looking at the saves, they have because you're missing the first round there on the cast. 5 saves, Andy W. 2 to Zucks and 1 apiece to Zach and Palace. That is absolutely nutty. That is nutty. The Denver Raptors are winning this game on defense.
Well, we consistently saw a lot of tube shots, a lot of long 3 attempts from both of these teams. The Raptors would kind of not take as many this round. They recognize the speed, the agility, and the ability to coordinate on defense from the Burners, but the Raptors would take a few long 3 saves from the Austin Burners, and really just an excellent game. It's back and forth. These are evenly matched teams, very evenly matched teams, and we're going to see this highly anticipated 3rd round. I don't know who's going to win, Dimwi, and I leave the predictions up to you, but I'm not going to put that pressure on you right now.
I have no idea who's going to win this one. I just hope it's going to be good, and I expect it to be good as we launch out here for round 3. And Austin Burners do get a proper victory on that one, sending it in. They get a chain to pick that one up. Chrome with the far side. Chrome going to go ahead and send that one back to Mozzie on the back line. And Mozzie going to slow this one up, try to pull that defense out. Does kind of get one out on that cross pass there. Jiggy's going to back it out again. And Jiggy looking for an opportunity here. Is a good coverage here from Denver Raptors. Cross over there to Mozzie. Mozzie wants to pull out defensive self. Jiggy open here on the far side. No, going to go behind the goal there. Oh, that one almost goes in. Incidentally, a good stop there in the goal. Gets sent out. Good chain there. They headbutt that all the way down. It will be picked up by Zucks. Long shot. Oh, Jiggy got the stop, but it goes in anyways. Denver Raptors have the first goal.
You know, if there was that net, that net effect, it would look a lot cooler.
I agree.
We gotta flesh out this idea and present it to the team at Rad. It's got to be made, but an excellent stop, but just not enough time. Wasn't able to get rid of it, so Jiggy will unfortunately put those 2 points on the board. Actually, I mean, I can't really give it to him. That actually might be in, but that one's to be stopped by Zucks. Was that a cloud shot?
I didn't quite catch it, but Zach is going to go for a maybe cloud shot. He hit the cloud. This one now in the near side trap up to the ceiling. He's going to get there first. Palace gets a hand on it, but stunned out by Jiggy. Jiggy sending it right in the hands of Zach. So Zach now on the back line here for the Denver Raptors, sending this one deep in there to Andy. Andy going to back that one out to Palace. Nice dish movement here from Denver Raptors as they get the defense all discombobulated. They've got some lanes up in here. Palace cutting in a little bit low. Palace going to go ahead and back that one out. Did not like what he saw in front of him. And a wise decision there. Zach is going to go back over to Andy. Andy doesn't like what's in front of him. Andy going to go that. Oh, Palace cutting in. Palace behind the goal. Nice couple lanes there. Zucks gets it in for the 2. Denver Raptors are up by 4.
Passes was that? How many? That was like 8 passes. Excellent passing from the Raptors. I haven't seen the Raptors play like this. I casted them last week. They definitely weren't playing like this, and they're playing on top of their game right now. Excellent passing in outside of the bubble, able to pull that defense out, able to get that pass behind the goal. Zucks would finish that one off, and a nice stun coming through on this defense. The Raptors will send that one forward. The goalie of the Burners coming out and finding possession handily. So the Law will send that one through the tube. These stacks forming, chasing it down. That backline player coming out. Zucks able to get possession and able to get that clear off before they would be challenged. But the Burners are now looking to be back on defense.
Zach sending that one across. Unfortunately, nobody in the area. This one is still loose. Picked up by Chrome. So Austin Burners getting this one cleared out. Good defensive stack, though, from the Denver Raptors to pick it back up. Zach W clearing it up there to Palace. Palace looking for an option here. Doesn't have an open goal, so he's just going to dump this one, though. They didn't have a chain ready, and it will be a bit of a race for it as Mozzie will ultimately get there first and slap that one back to mid. Zucks trying to get through. No, it'll be Zach with that chain, sending it right back in. So a little. Both teams kind of. We're seeing a little bit of sloppy play here right now. As what I'm noticing is, we're at that moment where both teams kind of they were playing right at the edge of their abilities, and now they're both playing a little bit over the edge of those abilities, and it's really going to be a matter of who gets back to their game, who gets back to their level of playing. As the Law is going to get that one picked up, though, going to have to cross it over there to Mozzie.
Excellent passing and a nice stop. Not able to find possession just yet will be this defense. They slap through coming out, but the Law able to snag that possession. They'll have another chance on this offense. They'll send it back to Chrome. They'll look to kind of slow it down, try and create some type of opening against this very aggressive and very coordinated bubble defense from the Raptors. They'll send that nice bounce pass. Very, very aggressive. I don't want to say aggressive, but very inventive, but not able to come away with it. A stun will come through, and Zucks sending that one off the ceiling. That one's not going to be in, but the Austin Burners will pick it up.
Try to clear it out. Do clear it out. Actually, Chrome with the recovery gets this one all the way down in the Denver Raptors bubble. They get a chain down here. Austin Burners do. The Law bringing it in. The Law gets it in for the 2. Austin Burners, 4 minutes into this third round, have finally found some points to get on the board here. They're going to still be down by 2, but they needed to break that ice. That's exactly what they just did.
This is a low-scoring game. This is 6 points on the board from both teams. We're approaching the halftime mark of this third round. This is much lower scoring than the previous rounds. That just shows you how aggressive these defenses have been. There haven't been many long 3 attempts. There haven't been any long 3 attempts or any 3 attempts so far that would be otherwise something other than, well, that's a nice save from the Law, but he's a little too deep set in goal. But every 3 attempt we'd seen would be maybe a bounce clear off the ceiling that could have went into the goal. So they're playing much more conservatively on offense. The Law is going to make that save, fall back into the goal. Unfortunately, that will not be a save. That's going to be 2 points on the board for the Raptors, but the Raptors taking the chances that they get, and they're executing, and they're capitalizing on them.
On the Law handling this one, we're just over the halfway mark of this third round. And back to a 4-point spread here as Austin Burners look to get another couple points here as Chrome is going to pull defense all the way out, going up to Mozzie. Mozzie looking at 3 blue players. Goes for that cut pass to Jiggy, but just off the mark now, out of the bubble. The Law gets it picked up again, sending it in, but right there in the hands of Zucks. Both Denver Raptors players coming out of the goal to get the play on that, and Zucks gets it cleared. They're going to get the chain here first. It's Zach with it. Zach now turning it out into the Austin Burner zone. Excuse me, up to Zucks. Zucks crossing it over to Zach. Zach bringing it in. Oh, the shot off the post and, to the edge of the bubble.
I think that's the first shot they've missed in the bubble this round, so they will recover it. Zucks now with the challenge. Zucks going to send that one in. Maybe a little bit of miscommunication there. It's going to be floating around. Will be picked up. And he's not able to get that one in the goal. A stun from this defense will disable him before he can find that shot through. But the Raptors will not be able to recover just yet. It will be a challenge for it at the floor, so the Burners not able to get that possession. A little bit of a wild pass, but won't be picked up by Zucks. So now we see this change in strategy. Maybe a change for that boosting clear, but as I say that looked like a boosting clear as that stack overshoots it. But, you know, you see the Raptors really getting their passing in tight in the backfield or the backcourt and forward and on offense, but now with it will be the Burners, and they're going to send that one back to slow it down.
Mozzie saw the open goal and I went for that shot. Zach gets the stop, and then a good defensive chain there. The Law gets it picked up, and he gets stunned out. Zucks is going to get there first. This goal is open. Zucks lines up the shot. Zucks takes the shot. That one's going to be off the bottom corner there and back out near mid. But Andy W with it. If they press up, they can get a 4v3. If Denver Raptors do not stop pressing, although losing possession there, that will they will lose that small advantage they quickly had there. As Palace now with it. Palace looking to set that one up. Oh, went for the shot. Wasn't looking for that. But that one's quite wide and now out all the way out to mid. As Zach's going to have to get it recovered here. But once again, they can push up. Not quite going to get that odd man advantage.
And it looks like Palace might need a protractor because there was no way that shot was going to bounce into the goal, and that's going to be down below the goal. Palace now opting to send that one back. They're going to slow it down. So this has been benefiting them in this round. Slowing it down, playing the possession game, getting their passing on point. We saw that in the bubble. Can they do that outside of the bubble? I don't know if they're going to continue to try and pull that stack out. They're not able to stun it out. As you see that aggressive stack out of the bubble, will be able to challenge that player from the Raptors in the bubble, get that stun. This is a chance for the Burners. They need to get their stacks through. They have an open goal opportunity, but the Raptors are able to get it.
But they send it out in the hands of the Law. There's a 3v3 cooking up here. Oh, big stop there. Andy W right at the edge of the bubble and gets this one cleared out. That one's going to be off the edge of the 2. Palace is looking to get down here first. Is that one is very near the goal, and Palace just gets it in for the 2. That was 3 minutes. 3 minutes. We were scoreless there in this third round, and with only how many minutes to go here? About 4 minutes as they take this time out before we can get a look at that clock. But yeah, minute 40. Excuse me, a minute 50 on the clock. We have a minute 50 as we get this time out here. A 6-point lead here to the Denver Raptors, and I'm curious who took this time out. I don't have my spark running there. Newton Dads, you have to get a look at checking it out now. Did not record it, so we're not sure, but
I'm going to say it's the Burners.
I would say it's the Burners. I would expect it to be the Burners.
I'm going to say that Chrome hit that button. I have no idea, but I'm going to say that he hit the button. Because that would be the smart choice.
It would be.
They need to collect themselves. They need to formulate some sort of strategy. They have a minute and 50 seconds to put 6 points on the board. We saw the Law execute on an open goal opportunity, immediately recognizing the goalie moving out of position, taking what, like a 15-meter three? And
Yeah, something like that.
Mozzie tried to do that, maybe didn't have the timing right, would send that right into the goalie's hands, but they're playing aggressively. They're taking chances. And we've seen both of these teams make some unorthodox passes and take some chances. A little bit of Hail Mary boosted clearing for the first 3 minutes. And then a little bit more structure later in the later half of this round. So let's see what they can come up with, what the Burners can do. They have 1 minute and 50 seconds. They can bring this back, and I'd love to see them do it. I'd love to see an overtime, didn't we?
I, too, would love to see an overtime. And hopefully we will get to see one. So, yeah, it's only two threes. It's only 2 threes. We've seen this Austin Burners team take quite a few threes, in particular Mozzie there. Mozzie, the only player in this game with more than double-digit points. 18 points there. Mozzie, next highest is three-way tie. The Law, Andy, and Zach all with 8. And Palace right there behind him with 7. Although Palace with 6 assists, which is absolutely insane. But then the Law there with 7 saves. The stats in this game, look at the ridiculous stats on that board. Look at the ridiculous stats on that board. That's ridiculous.
I got to go look at them now.
Pull them up.
They are ridiculous.
There's so many numbers. They're so pretty.
You got me with that one. But so I mean, we've seen some excellent saves, but they're just too close to the boundary of the goal. We've seen the Law make 2 self goals. We see Jiggy make a self goal, and just excellent stops from the Burners. That, you know, had they been just a little bit out of the goal, maybe a few more, like literally like 6 inches out of the goal, they would have had those saves. This would be a completely different game, didn't we?
I agree. Yeah. No, this is yeah. This is such a good game. This is a good game. I told you guys. Actually, I didn't. I didn't sell this one. I didn't ever sell this one today. I sell this one today.
I mean, I did watch your stream earlier. I did ask you what your favorite Sepultura song was.
I don't have one, unfortunately.
You know, I can't even. Well, with that, Chaos AD is the best metal album, and I'm a boomer, and I endorse that.
And I endorse this third round as we have less than 2 minutes to go here. Minute 40 on the clock. We're going to have a minute 36 once we come out of the tubes here. And Austin Burners do have the Joust advantage. So they have a minute and a half to score 6 points. They can do it in 2 goals. You don't want to have to waste the time of getting 3 goals in, but it's, you know, getting 2 threes on this defense is going to be quite the tall order as the Law pulls off the dusty, going to juke around a little bit and get his pocket picked there by Andy W, who gets that one cleared out. We're going to have a stack race for this. I see the orange stack winning just a little bit. There's a good leech there from Andy, and then a send down to the floor where nobody is occupying. Jiggy is going to get it recovered with a minute to go here. Jiggy gets this one sent to the near side too, where it's recovered by the Law.
And we are approaching the time where there is no time left to make it happen. It will be into the hands of Zuck6, sending that clear, but Chrome able to shut off that angle as it would bounce through tube. Chrome now sending that one up to the Law. The Law looking for a drive. The Law off the Geos. They send that shot in. That's 2 points. They really could have used that extra point had he been. That's an 8-meter too. How do you like that? No one likes that. They're definitely not going to like that.
Certainly not going to like that one as you're only going to have 20, how many seconds? 28 seconds, 28 and a half seconds on the clock. That is not enough time. That is an ice there. Denver Raptors are going to take this one in 3 as the Law sending that one in deep. He is going to hit it.
Ooh, that would have been that would have been the game. Can they contest that? Can they blame Rad on that? Do we blame Rad?
I don't know. They have 2 seconds. They have 2 seconds. If they backwards boost, if they break every record.
I'm have my hands together. I have my hands together. They're clasped. That's it. That's it.
There you go.
They're going to Disneyland. Or is it Disney World? I don't even know. I don't even know that joke after the Super Bowl. But excellent game. I didn't even see a smile on your face after that one. I only say these jokes to get a reaction out of you.
I have a very narrow attention span, and if I look off to the side, if you see me doing this, I'm looking at chat.
I'm
you know. Kind of.
Uh,
Yeah. Yes.
they're going to Busch Garden.
I'm looking at chat. I've got my back on my back turned on Sputnik there. So.
Look, I'm looking at you.
Yeah, and I'm looking away from you. You're looking at the back of my head, sir.
You should change it up. You should change the monitor configuration. But excellent game from both of these teams.
Was it an excellent game?
I mean, I could say it one more time. Absolutely excellent game. Although the Law with that 8-meter 2, this could have been a different game. Had Rad. I'm not even gonna put it on them. I'm only gonna blame myself. Excellent game.
Excellent game indeed. Big shout out to Mozzie, who had a ridiculous number of goals in this one. Although the Law did eventually get up there to 13 points. Can't see the total quite there for Mozzie in that one, but it was quite a few. But what a performance both these teams. Now, very notable, Denver Raptors staving off that relegation, and Austin Burners now, whether or not they get third or fourth place in this cycle is going to come down to the other teams. So let me pull this up real quick. I should have had this ready to go. Go ahead.
I have to say, was it over the line, Donnie?
Who is Donnie?
Was it? Did you ever see The Big Lebowski? It's over the line, Donnie. It's over the line.
Yeah, all right.
So
fair enough.
So unfortunately, the Law. Yeah, take it away. I'll shut my mouth.
I was gonna say Ethereal versus Ignite. That's interesting. That's actually quite interesting. So, this effective. All right, they were tied for third. I just lost my place. They were tied for. Excuse me. Austin Burners were in third place, but with a tied record 6-2 there with Ethereal. The loss here puts the Austin Burners at 6-3. And Ethereal, if they got a win in their next game, would take that third place position. But Ethereal's playing Ignite in their next game. So I don't know what to expect. I don't know how this is going to turn out. This is going to be very interesting. We're going to go down to the last game to see who's going to actually be in those top 4 positions. Although probably pretty confident there. Ignite New York Kings probably going to maintain those top 2 positions. Then we're going to have to wait to see. It's going to be between Hivemind, Anomaly, and LA Skyline, who all have games this week. Hivemind and Anomaly both have 2 games, as they still need to play each other from last week as well. So a whole bunch of race games to go here in this Master Tier in North America. But that was a fantastic one we get to start with here on this Monday night. I don't usually cast on Mondays. I wasn't planning on it, and then I saw this game pop up. I was like, well, so we got to make sure we get it picked up and get this one on, because it's going to be an important game with quite the consequences, as we've been noting. So yeah, Denver Raptors going to go 3-6. Austin Burners going to go 6-3, inverting each other's records there, and we're going to go have dinner together, all of us. We're going out to a place downtown.
Oh, are we going to Burger King?
We're going to Burger King.
Papa's taking us to Burger King.
So with that being said, thank everybody for joining us this evening here on this single cast we're doing here, as far as I'm aware. I know there was one earlier Luke did about a little over 3 hours ago. But yeah, I've been SirDimwi. That was SputnikKobra, pretty sure, and Newton Dad. He's actually behind me. He's behind this the green screen here. He's right back there. If I yank that down, you'd actually see him there with his headphones on.
He's non-corporeal. He's non-corporeal. He's just
non-corporeal
energy mass.
So once again, thank you for joining us, everybody, and you have a wonderful evening. We'll see you in the next one.
And we're underway.
Season 4 of VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Asterion Products, VRware, Rebuff Reality, VR Cover, and ProTube VR.